Everything in your life, every experience, every event, every relationship, everything you've ever encountered has brought you to where you are today. But what if you have regrets? Listen, we all have regrets. Research shows that 90% of people say they regret some decision that they made or didn't make in life. I want to tell you how regret was holding me back when I was burned out. It was keeping me from moving forward, so that maybe it will help you. Do you ever find yourself thinking, I wish I had gone into a different field. I wish I had changed my degree path when I had the chance in college. I wish I had taken that promotion, or I wish I didn't take that promotion. That is regret. And sometimes it takes hold of us and we replay stories that keep us from moving forward. I'm going to tell you how I have abolished regret. When I was experiencing burnout, I realized at some point that regret was holding me back, and it was keeping me from making necessary changes that were going to lead to a more fulfilling life. I saw myself replaying stories in my head. You know what, Michelle? You should have gotten out of education when you had the chance. Remember a few years back when you were thinking about getting a job outside your field and you started applying to jobs outside your field? Why didn't you continue doing that? Why did you keep on applying to jobs in your field? What was the fear that was holding you back? You would probably be so much happier now if you had done that, and your life would be better. You would probably be making more money. You'd feel more fulfilled. So, are you experiencing regrets like that about your career? And if so, are they holding you back? Let me know below. One of the things that I want to point out is the language that I was using during that time. If I had only made these choices, then this would have happened and I would have been happier. It's like regret has a story framework. It's if, then, and then my life would be better. So do you have that story framework going on in your head? If only I had made this decision, or if only I hadn't made this decision, then this would have happened. And as a result, my life would be better. It is a dangerous trap that we fall into. The problem isn't with having regrets. We all experience regret in life. One of the reasons that I created this video was because of this comment that I'm going to put on the screen right now. And this person writes that for 35 years, they have felt burned out. They have felt like there's no hope. And this is the lie that regret cements inside us. And what I would say to this person is, don't let it become 36 years. Decide to make a change today. Just because the past 35 years aren't what you wanted them to be doesn't mean that you can't make a change now and create a life that you enjoy and that you love and that you're connected with. This, my friends, is a part of habitual burnout, but I am going to help you crawl out of that hole. I made it out myself, and it is my heart's desire every single day to help other people get out of the pit that is burnout to create a life they love. And I'm especially talking to people who are in my age group, those people who are post 40, because as we get older, we convince ourselves that it's too late. I'm talking to everybody out there who has been in a career for years, for decades, and they feel like it's too late. And this is exactly what happened to me. I convinced myself that it was too late. I had master's degrees, multiple in education, plus multiple certifications. I had spent a ton of money and time, blood, sweat, tears in studying education and becoming the top of my game. And I loved what I did for many, many years. When I left my career, I was running an A-plus school. In education speak, that means that my school was one of the high achievers. But I also knew that I was severely burned out, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I was burned down to ashes, and I needed to make a change. I was in my mid-40s at this time, and I regretted not leaving my profession earlier. And I felt like it was too late. And that was keeping me in my job, not making a change. I kept telling myself, I just need to hang in for at least 10 more years. If I could make it 15 years, that would be even better. And I told myself I didn't have a choice. But I'm going to share a harsh truth with you, and I say this out of love. You always have a choice. Regret is a choice. So, how do you break free from it? There are 3 things that we're going to talk about today to help you break free from that regret. Number 1, living in the present moment. Number 2, forgiveness. And number 3, protecting your inner peace. Now, when it comes to living in the present moment, an important journey that you really need to take is rediscovering what it is you want out of life. Now, this is something we do when we are younger. I'm just thinking about when I was in my 20s. I was pretty solid on what I wanted out of life. I was in that exploratory phase of my life. But somewhere along the line, we tell ourselves that, you know what? You don't get to do that anymore. You made a decision when you were in your 20s, and now you just have to keep on chugging forward. You're not allowed to revisit what you want in life. I think that we should always and frequently revisit what we want in life. Taking time to identify what you value and what you want and how you're making it happen is an important thing to do. And that keeps us living in the present moment. So if you are harboring regret, remind yourself you're living in the past. We want to bring that energy into the present moment. When you reflect on past stories, remind yourself that you were a different person then, living in a different chapter of your life. Even if today's you would have made a different decision and would have handled a situation differently, it doesn't matter. Regret festers and grows like a virus when you are burning today's energy on yesterday's problems. And you will never catch up to the present moment that way. Your life is now. If there is some dream or some goal that you have stowed away, something that you're really interested in pursuing or trying, bring it forward. Go after it. Figure out how you can incorporate it into your life today. It is not too late to explore and to try new things. So live in the present moment and retire I wish so that you can hold on to the present moment with both hands in your heart. The second thing that I want to discuss is forgiveness. When you begin to release your attachment to the past, don't be surprised if you have to put up a fight. There is going to be a full list of people, including yourself, that you will want to blame for things that happened in the past. Forgive yourself and others for past events. Forgive that bully in school that made your life a living hell. Forgive that friend who betrayed your trust. Forgive that boss who passed you over for a promotion so that they could put in a new employee. And most importantly, forgive past you for making decisions that today's self considers poor choices. Don't shame your past self. Your past self brought you to your present self, and your present self has plenty of life left to live. Your power and your strength lies in today. The third thing that I want to discuss with you is protecting your inner peace. Now, as you start to release that habit you have of holding on to regret, you will notice that you start to feel more peaceful. When you least expect it, someone, and probably someone that you love, like a parent or a very close friend, that person is going to prime your regret. And I am sure that you have probably already experienced this. You know, those conversations that start off with, don't you wish you had ... And you know what? I put the kibosh on that right away. Before the full sentence can even make it out someone's front door, I say, nope, you know what? That happened in the past, and I don't do regret. Here are a few more things that you can try to close out those conversations quickly. You know what? That just wasn't my experience. Or, I don't regret my past because It made me who I am today. Or, why live in the past wishing it was different? I'd rather live in today. Whatever you say, your main objective is to combat those regret sentence starters by reestablishing yourself firmly in the present moment. Life is happening at this very second, so make it count by connecting with the present moment. I always say that self-awareness is the first step. So now that you know how to stop living in regret, what do you plan to do? What is the first step you're going to take? Please share it with me. I would love to know. And listen, there is plenty more to discuss. Can you stay at your job and heal from burnout? Should you quit your job? And if you do decide to quit your job, how do you do it without adding more stress to your life? How do you learn to be more confident so you can live life on your terms? So make sure that you subscribe. I sincerely hope that this video helps you in your burnout recovery. If you found value in it, please give it a like. If you would like to watch more videos on the topic of burnout recovery, click on the video showing on your screen now. And as always, friends, I'm sending you peace, love, and harmony.